Hello, hello. What's going on, awesome course architects and party peeps? It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. Happy Monday to you. We are coming to the end of January, and today I want to talk about not rushing greatness, not rushing your greatness, okay? Like, literally, legendary is made. I think, like, the true definition of legend is like something that's been popularized, a person or something, right? Some event or whatever it is, but hasn't been necessarily authenticated, meaning like, it hasn't been it's like a historical greatness that we all recognize, but maybe it hasn't been mainstreamed, right? Or maybe everybody doesn't recognize it as legendary or greatness. And so I want to talk about that aspect today. Like, you can't rush your greatness, you can't rush legendary. Legendary is made. A lot of people say legends are born, and I agree that there are some things, and I had this conversation actually over this weekend with a friend. There are some things that, talents, abilities, gifts that we are just kind of born with naturally, but they also have to be honed. And I talk about this a lot. Like, Michael Jordan didn't just wake up, okay, and not go to practice. All right. Kobe didn't just wake up and not go to practice. I'm a basketball fan. All right. So there are so many examples of this, whether it's in authorship or doctors, lawyers, like all these things that we see around our world and in our society. Like, these things are honed, these things are practiced. Like, you don't just wake up one day and you are legendary. Right now, you are born with gifts, you are born with talents, but they do have to be honed. If you do not know what I do here, my name is Dr. Sonia. I talk all things premium courses, whether they be online or face to face, how to take your knowledge, wisdom, life experiences, package them into the format of courses, luxury coaching, mentorship, brands, and programs, so you can get your message out to the world. Because you're not supposed to stay what? You are not supposed to stay local. You're supposed to be global. And that's the whole point, okay, of all of this. You have to hone legendary. You get to legendary status by continuing to go, continuing to practice, continuing to hone your gifts, your talents, your skill sets. Most people won't do that. And that's the thing that separates the greats, right? The legends from people who are just one foot in, one foot out, right? People who are just testing the waters, if you will. And so it's this thing where maybe the first try you don't get it all right. Maybe the first try it doesn't all happen the way you want it to happen. You can't bust the move right on the court or on the field or online. Like, let's say you have your business, you have your courses, okay, that you are marketing, that you are putting out there, your products or services. Most people give up at the first sign of challenge, of hardship. And in all actuality, that breakthrough that you're looking for is right on the other side of the challenge, of the hardship. It's about continuing to build, continuing to grow, continuing to go. And so this is so important, even when it comes to courses, right? There are days where it doesn't connect for me. Okay. There are days where I honestly don't feel like doing the thing. There are days where, I wake up and I go, is this the right thing to do? Right. And so it's the discipline that carries you through. It's the discipline of knowing that, hey, I want to be great at this. I don't want to be mediocre. I don't want to be average at what it is that I'm doing. And so you got to ask yourself that, like, do you want to be great or do you want to be average? Do you want to be mediocre? Are you going to give up at the first sign of hardship, at the first sign of, oh my gosh, this isn't working, or oh my gosh, does this make sense? And I can think about this in application. I started with 2 students. My first class was 2 students. Okay. I talk about this a lot. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like button, bell notification so you know when new episodes like this drop. I appreciate the likes already on today. Thank you for the positivity in this building. And if you are returning, welcome back. Sending you much love. I started with 2 students though, right? And I could have gave up. I could have not taught the class. I could have rescheduled it. I could have gotten down on myself about the fact that I had 2 students, but I chose to go, I got 2 students. I have 2 students in this class. I'm going to show up. I'm going to teach it. This was my very first time launching this program, right? Jump First Academy, to be completely transparent, I had a business development program that I launched initially. And while that was great, I was helping people build their resumes. I was helping people apply for different jobs. It just didn't connect with me anymore. It wasn't authentic to who I was becoming, who I wanted to be. I had just left corporate because of how badly I felt like I had been beaten up throughout my corporate career, ideas stolen or, put down, not valued, underappreciated, underpaid for sure, and all of those things. And so I'm like, business development doesn't really resonate with me anymore. Am I good at it? Can I do it? Sure. It's what I was doing in corporate, recruiting, staffing, all of those things. And I'm really good at that. But those skills also transfer over here to helping people like yourself, high achievers, high performers, package their gifts, their knowledge, your talents into something that you can teach other people. And you don't necessarily have to be subjected to corporate rules or pressure or any of those things that are going to sort of negate or downplay your gifts and talents and natural abilities. And this is what I'm talking about, right? Like we get in the on the court essentially in corporate. This was my experience, and I don't know if you resonate. Hi, Raul. Hello, hello. Good morning, Dr. Jonathan. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all. And so we get on the court per se, and let's say corporate is the court, right? We get out there and we're practicing and we're trying to hone our skills, and to have those things go underdeveloped, all right, it's kind of like training you out of, right, walking in the fullness of your purpose, walking in the fullness of your gifts and talents. So why not put yourself in a position or in a space where you can fully hone what it is that you were born with, naturally born with? You got to practice, okay? You got to show up. And what happens in corporate when you miss the mark, right, or you don't really hit the goal that they have established for you to hit, somebody else's goals, okay, that somebody else is establishing, is okay, you get an evaluation and you know you got to do better. Okay, next time they tell you how to do better and you just do that thing, but it's still not maximizing your gifts. It's still not maximizing your talents and skill sets. And you know that as a high performer, right? You know that most of the time in corporate, we're just doing enough to get by. And enough is not maximizing, it's not our full potential. We can just do what we need to do and make that thing happen, and then continue forward. Well, when you move that over to your own world, right? Your purpose, your gifts, like you know when you're putting in enough. You know when you are putting in your all. You know that those things are transferable. Those skills are transferable to your own businesses, goals, and the things that you really want to do. And so instead of rushing the results and rushing to get the thing like we're taught in corporate, what I learned as an entrepreneur and continue to learn to this day is you can't really rush legendary. Again, legendary is subjective, right? It's subjective. It's you knowing that you put in your all. It's you knowing that you gave it everything you had and you left everything on the court, per se. Okay, so I'm encouraging you today, make your own court, all right, and do the thing and continue to show up. You can't give up after 2 days. You can't give up after 2 weeks. You can't sometimes give up after 2 months or 2 years. I remember talking to one of my mentors, and I was about maybe like 2.5, 3 years into my business. And I'm like, man, I should be here by now, right? I should have this goal by now. And I was working on like a couple million, like that was my goal. And I was like, I should be there by now. And he was like, girl, you are still a baby in business. And I'm like, no, but I've been doing this for a minute. I've been doing this for a minute, right? And it was that. It was like this understanding or knowing and being able to conceptualize it now and truly understand or actually put it into words. Like I get what he was saying, legendary takes time. You cannot rush the results. You can get results all along the way, and they're beautiful results, but you have to continue if you want to be legendary. So you ask yourself today, mediocre or legendary? It's up to you to decide. I can also apply this to courses, of course. Okay, most things I can apply to courses, but this was so important. I'll give you a prime example, and I'll talk about this a little bit later on this week to week. I'll talk about this a little later on this week. But I remember one of my students, her name was Chanel, and she's one of my mentees, and she was teaching how to help people form a nonprofit, right? And I remember her asking me one day, it was about 3 weeks into her course, her program, she DM'd me and she said, how many more posts do I have to make on social media in order for this thing to pop to get my first student? When are they going to come? How many more strategy sessions do I have to hold? Like, when am I going to get my yes? And I was like, girl, if you're feeling like this, I promise it's right there. A lot of people, what ends up happening is there's a connection between not just strategy, but belief, right? Like you have to have faith in what it is that you're doing. You can't just be just only focused on the strategy. There's a belief factor that happens as well. There's a faith factor that happens as well. And those two intersect. And when they intersect, amazing things start to happen. And so I gave Chanel that piece of advice, and like 24 hours, 48 hours later, she had her first student. And she's like, thank you. Thank you. I needed that. A lot of times, the breakthrough that you're looking for, like that legendary moment, the thing that you need to continue forward, is literally right on the other side of the challenge, the obstacle of you feeling like Am I doing the right thing? Is this enough? Is it too much? Like when you start to second guess what it is that you're doing, a lot of times that breakthrough that you're looking for is right on the other side. But it's up to you to push through, and it's up to you to maintain the belief, right? That this thing is going to happen. Every shot won't go in, but if you don't take the shot, is a guarantee that it will never go in. All right. So you got to show up and you got to keep showing up, especially if you want to be legendary. Forget mediocre. We were not born to be mediocre or average or anything of the sorts. It's up to you to hone your skills, your abilities, your gifts, your talents, all of those things, and go all in. All right, go all in. Let this be the year that you go all in. I love y'all so much. If this makes sense, there's a link in the description. There's something amazing that is happening. It's called the Sacred CEO Elevation Experience. I have not seen anything like this. I know that because I'm teaching it from my gifts, my talents, my life experiences, there is nothing like this on the market. And I want to impart that to you too, that when you teach from your gifts, your life experiences, your story, there won't be anything else like what you're offering on the market. And so if you've been struggling with, okay, I'm implementing the strategy, but you know that there's something missing, then join the Sacred CEO Elevation collection, okay? The experience. The link is down in the description. At least check it out. It's something that will help propel you forward. Again, it's the thing that most people are missing when it comes to strategy. It's not just your strategy alone that is going to move your goals forward this year. All right, check out the Sacred CEO Elevation Experience. I'm really excited to be teaching it, and I'm teaching it live. It's 6 parts. All right, so I'm super excited to talk more about that this week. Again, if you are new here, check out the lives that are happening every day this week. Hit that subscribe button, like button, bell notification so you know when I'm live, and we can hang out. I love hanging out with y'all, answering questions, all those awesome things. If you are returning, again, welcome back. I'm sending everyone much love. I hope you're having a productive and amazing start to this new week. And I will see y'all back here tomorrow. Okay. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. 10 years old. I appreciate you being on. I always say this. And I appreciate the positivity in the comments. Raul, I appreciate you being 10. I always say, like, no matter how old you are, and this is one of my favorite things to teach, even if you are 10 years old, you have a decade's worth of life experience. Okay. You got something that you can teach to somebody else, show somebody else, share with somebody else. I learn from my nieces and my nephew all the time. My youngest niece is 7. She just turned 7 January 10th. And so that was fun. And I learned from her all the time. So no matter how old you are, okay, young, you feel old, you feel middle aged, whatever it is, like age is relative. Age is just a number. And you have life experiences, you have things that you can teach and share with somebody else, even if they're not in your local vicinity. This is why we have the internet, we have access to social, and we could be global. Okay. You don't have to stay local. I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all so much. And I'll catch y'all back here next time. Have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.